In order to complete the scheme, they plan to mischaracterize the repayments to Mr. Cohen as income to the New York State tax authorities.
They were reporting money as income to the tax authorities. Did you hear that? In order to complete the scheme, they plan to mischaracterize the repayments to Mr. Cohen as income to the New York State tax authorities. I've heard of evading income taxes by hiding income, but they're reporting money as income, and they're trying to make a crime about that. Where was Joe today, and what's Joe doing? The White House saying no pardon whatsoever. He was inappropriate, this time with, I think, the Italian prime minister. Is that who that is? Did you see how he grabbed her hand? Joe, we've been talking to you about this. You're not supposed to do stuff like that, all right? It made her very uncomfortable, made people watching uncomfortable as he goes around promoting Bidemonics. Is it my imagination, or is this kind of going away? Did they realize it was a total and complete flop? Have you ever heard of Miranda Devine and her book, Laptop from Hell? Absolutely required reading, I believe, for anybody who wants the truth about all of this. She writes a column for the New York Post, and man, oh man, she has some great definitions of Bidemonics. Let's go through them. Bidemonics means everyone has to pay their fair share of tax, unless your name is Hunter Biden. Bidemonics is when $8.3 million of your foreign income is examined by investigators in Delaware for potential illegal foreign lobbying, money laundering, and tax felonies for 5 years. But all you end up with is a cozy plea deal on 2 misdemeanor tax counts. Bidemonics is when you earn at least $1.3 million as an amateur first-time artist of dubious talent, selling paintings to buyers who include a Democratic donor who your powerful father appointed to a prestigious government sinecure. Bidemonics is when you send a menacing WhatsApp message to your Chinese business partners, informing them that you are sitting here with your powerful father, and then a few days later, they send $5.1 million to your bank accounts. Bidemonics is when you claim $10,000 dues for a sex club on your tax returns as expenses for your consulting business. Bidemonics is when you convince your baby mama you are so broke she has to take a 75% cut in child support payments while you fly around in a pal's private jet and live between a $20,000 a month spread in Malibu and the White House. Bidemonics is 10% for the big guy. Bidemonics is when you have 7 grandchildren, but you tell everybody you only have 6. And Bidemonics is when you're out of control German Shepherd attack Secret Service personnel at least 10 times in 3 months, but you never even have to pay for their medical bills or torn clothing or even buy a muzzle for the dog. Bidemonics, huh? Must be good to be a Biden. No, actually, it's pretty crummy. We're all finding out about them. They shouldn't have done this. And they were so touchy about it. I mean, regular people knew. We all knew. All the way back in 2019, Joe's running for president. Hunter is busy not paying his taxes and spending crazy amounts of money. And he's denying the whole thing.
No one has said my son has done anything wrong, and I did not on any occasion. And no one has ever said it. Not
I didn't say you were doing anything wrong.
You said I set up my son to work in an oil company. Isn't that what you said? Get your words straight, Jack.
That's December of 2019. This covers the period. This is part of the law breaking that was happening while he's yelling indignantly, my son did absolutely nothing wrong. And then, as he does, when he knows he's guilty, he gets very, very aggressive.
Look, the reason I'm running is because I've been around a long time and I know more than most people know. And I can get things done. That's why I'm running. And you want to check my shape on it, let's do push-ups together here, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do. Let's take an IQ test.
You hear that last part? Let's do an IQ test. An IQ. Flashback, 1987. Remember when Joe was bragging about all the colleges he went to but didn't actually go, all the awards he got and he didn't actually receive? He was yelling at somebody, and he challenges him to an IQ contest.
What law school did you attend, and where did you place in that class? And the other question is, could you quickly, I think
I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect. I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. In the first year in law school, I decided I didn't want to be in law school and ended up in the bottom 2/3 of my class, and then decided I wanted to stay, went back to law school, and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I won the International Moot Court competition. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only need 123 credits, and I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like, Frank.
Just like that guy in Iowa. 1987. Let's compare our IQs. Well, shortly after that, Joe had to drop out of the presidential race in disgrace because everything he said was a lie. And you know what? That was the right thing to do. And I think the right thing to do now would be to resign.